Welcome to Blind Abilities. I'm Simon Bonifant. Have you ever heard the phrase, you learn something new every day? Well, with my guest today, you can literally learn something new every day for a good number of years. What am I talking about exactly? I'm talking about Described and Captioned Media, a fully inclusive online learning platform providing a catalog of over 13,000 audio described, captioned, and ASL interpreted content. To tell us all about it, I sat down with DCMP's Director of Communication and Marketing, Cindy Camp. Cindy discusses the history of the organization, her role, and most importantly, how you can sign up today. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy my conversation with Cindy Camp from Described and Captioned Media. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We have a great podcast lined up for you today. I'm Simon Bonifant, and in the virtual studio with me is Cindy Camp, and she is the Communications and Marketing Director at Described and Captioned Media. How you doing, Cindy?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great to have you. So for those who are unfamiliar, what is Described and Captioned Media?
So we are a federally funded project, which means we offer a free service. We have an online video library of over 13,000 educational videos that are captioned, audio described, and we're now adding American Sign Language to them. So we're making educational videos accessible to students with disabilities.
Wow, that's terrific. How long has your company been in business?
Actually, we've been under several different names, but we started back in the 1950s.
Wow, that's terrific. What kind of videos do you have on your website? Can you give us a little overview of what some are the topics that you cover?
Sure. Basically, we cover all of the academics, math, science, history, language arts for preschool through high school levels. But we also have videos for teachers and families as well. We have videos to teach general education teachers how to work better with students with various disabilities. We have videos on orientation and mobility. We have videos for families to learn about the IEP process. And then we have more videos for students to learn about self-advocacy. Anything that you would want to teach a student about, we're going to have an accessible video on that topic.
Okay, great. And who is the person that makes these videos? I'm assuming that there's multiple people involved in getting the information and actually producing this content.
You're correct. We actually work with the producers of children's programming. So there are names that you're already familiar with, PBS Learn, NASA. We even work with some of the popular YouTube educational channels. We have things like Bill Nye the Science Guy, The Magic School Bus. And we're also adding in some fun educational videos like Alma's Way. And from Fred Rogers Productions, we have Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. So lots of videos for the younger students, but then also for the older ones as well. Some fun titles that you might be familiar with. Basically, things teachers are already using in the classroom, you're going to be familiar with. The Time Compass, America, The Story of Us. So very popular educational titles.
Oh, so you've taken that information that's been already produced and then made adjustments to make it accessible.
Correct. We negotiate with those producers. We add those accessibility features. They get back the accessible copy, and then we get a copy that goes onto our video library. And then those who are sign up for our service get access to all of that for free.
Wow, that's terrific. When your company was started, Described and Captioned Media, what was the process for getting this company started? What was the need that was at the time, and how has it evolved as the years have gone on?
Sure. So we started out when videos were not captioned, and it was privately funded because the deaf community didn't have access to popular entertainment videos. And it emerged over the years, and finally it became federally funded and morphed into educational videos because now Hollywood does make most videos accessible through captions and audio description, but still, educational video producers don't always see the benefit of adding accessibility. So that's where the federal government came in, and we're funded under IDEA. So we negotiate with all of those producers. We add the captions, the audio description, and now we're adding American Sign Language for those students whose first language is sign language and maybe they don't read on grade level. And we make all of those videos accessible.
That's great. Can you describe the process for how people would sign up for this free program? Is there some requirements for eligibility?
You would just go to our website. There's a button there that says sign up for an account, and you would fill out a short application. We do have real people who review all of these, so allow us 1 to 2 business days to review it. We would send back and ask that you verify your email. So if you don't see an email from us, make sure that you check your spam filter or your junk folder. And to qualify, you just need to be a professional working with a student with a disability that is birth through high school age or the family member of one of these students. And that does include students who are in that extended high school program, whatever that age limit is in your state. Sometimes it goes up to 21, or in some states, I think all the way to 26.
Wow, that's terrific. Well, the work that you're doing is so great and really giving all students equal access. As you mentioned, the videos that you have were things that are already produced and out there for everyone. And now you're just going the extra level and making that accessible for all. So that's really a great mission that you're working with. How did you come into Described and Captioned Media?
I actually started out as an interpreter for the deaf, and I came into working with DCMP back when they were just doing captions. And at that time, they were working with doing some higher level videos, and I came on as a side contractor and really became immersed in captions and making sure that the quality was very high, because a lot of people have seen the YouTube automatic captions, and it's great that they're trying to get accessibility out there. The AI captions just aren't providing the quality that students need. And so that's where my passion came in. And then about 7 years ago, I had a change in my work circumstance, and I was hired full time with DCMP. And in 2006, the funding changed a little bit, and that's where they added in the audio description for the blind. So it went from just captions to doing captions and audio description. And since then, I have learned so much about working with the blind, low vision community as well. And I've seen the program expand tremendously. And while COVID and the schools being closed down for a little while was detrimental in many respects, it really helped our program expand because DCMP was a great resource because we already had so many online resources for teachers and families. And I think that helped get the word out about us. And so now people know we're there and they're using us a lot more.
Yeah, I'm sure throughout COVID, it was definitely a blessing to have that. And I know I've talked to teachers and things like that, that people were kind of scrambling for resources. And here you had a wealth of knowledge already there. You're already ahead of the game there. Oh, very nice. For folks that are listening that are content creators that are not disabled but would like to make their work inclusive and accessible for all audiences, what are some tips or advice that you can give to folks?
Yeah, we actually have 2 documents on our website that anyone can access called the captioning key and the description key. And both of those go into detail about how to add captions and audio description to your video materials and make them really accessible. Also, we add about 300 to 500 hours of new content to our website every year. So if someone is out there producing material that would be applicable to students in the K through 12 system, feel free to contact us because we do work with independent producers. And it may be that what you're producing would be appropriate for our clients, and we could work with you and maybe get your videos added to our website, which means we can help you with adding that accessibility.
Okay, great. Can you give the contact information?
Sure. Feel free to contact me directly. My email is ccamp@dcmp.org. Our website is www.dcmp.org, and all of our contact information is listed there as well.
Well, Cindy, I'd like to thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me and give your great information to our listeners. It's been very nice having you on, and I thank you again for taking your time.
Thank you very much for having me on and helping us get the word out about this great free resource.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're doing a lot of great work, so keep up the great work there.
Thank you.
Such a wonderful time speaking with Cindy about this incredible free program. If you missed any of those resources Cindy mentioned, don't forget to visit the show notes where you can find all the info you need. I'd like to thank Cindy for taking the time to share her knowledge with us today, and I'd like to thank you for listening. If you would like to contact me directly, you can do so by sending me an email. I can be reached at sbonenfant2@gmail.com. Thanks for listening and have a wonderful day.
For more podcasts with the blindness perspective, check us out on the web at www.blindabilities.com, on Twitter at blindabilities, and download the free Blind Abilities app from the App Store and Google Play Store. That's 2 words, Blind Abilities. And if you want to leave some feedback, give us some suggestions, give us a call at 612-367-6093. We'd love to hear from you. I want to thank you for listening, and until next time, bye-bye.
When we share
what we see through
each other's eyes, we can then begin to bridge the gap
between the limited expectations and the realities
of blind abilities.
And the realities of blind abilities.